Hey guys, this week our commandment was the fifth commandment, which was you shall not murder. We learned a couple different things about this in class. So if you missed, I want you to catch up now and hear a little more about that. So you shall not murder doesn't just mean killing someone in their body.
Hey.
But it can also mean killing someone by hurting their spirit.
I hate you.
These are terrible things that we all partake in. Maybe not all of us are murdering people in their body, but there are definitely ways. And if you read the meaning, it says we should fear and love God so that we do not hurt or harm our neighbor in his body, but help and support him in every physical need. So I need you guys to think about that in terms of, most of us are like, oh, we haven't murdered anyone. We're good. I haven't done any of that. But if you flip to your workbook, page 27, and we talked about in class, who is our neighbor? Well, our neighbor is anyone we come across during the day, not just the neighbors in the houses by us and the apartments by us, but our neighbor is the people we see every day, like teachers and students and friends and cousins and family, moms and dads. All of those people are our neighbors. So how do we treat them? We don't want to hurt and harm them in their body. We want to help take care of their physical needs. So in class, we went through this little chart, and there's a chart at the bottom of your page on 27. Mine's all filled in, but it says not harming our neighbor. We do things where we try not to harm our neighbor. And then on the other side, it says there are things we need to do to look after our neighbor. So part of the fifth commandment in not murdering is also going the step where you're actually taking care of people in their body. A good story is the Good Samaritan in the Bible, where it talks about this, where there was a priest and a Levite who walked past this guy on the side of the road. He wasn't a very loved guy. He was a robber himself. He was a poor man, whatever. He did not have any what's the word I'm looking for? He wasn't special, but he was hurt and he was broken and he was beaten. And these high holy guys kind of walked past and didn't give any care to him. And Jesus tells the story about this and how they just walked right around past him. Well, then a person that most of the Jews didn't like was Samaritans. And the Samaritan actually stopped and cared for this man in his body, took him to an inn, made sure he was cleaned up, gave money to the innkeeper, said, I'm going to be back and check on him. And he asked who was a better neighbor, right? And they all knew the answer here. But he was pointing out, what we're to do is not to be afraid to reach out and help people in their struggles and their hurts, or be the ones causing that. But we need to step out and be a neighbor by taking care of people when they're in their tough spots. And if we're the ones causing that, then we're doing wrong. And we're actually causing terrible things to the people around us by neglecting them. So guys, we break this commandment in ways we don't always think about. Nope, most of us are not going to be murderers in our lifetime. But the way we talk or the way we don't care for people can also be ways that we let life slip away from others. So it's a tough one to think through. So if you were absent, I want you to fill out that chart. And you actually have to follow question 60 in your catechism to answer it. And if you look at that little chart, we're on 27, where it says not harming your neighbor and looking after, and it says A, B, C, D. How do you do those things? In question 60 in your catechism, you can follow along exactly with the A, B, C. It will tell you the answers underneath each of those. How do we not harm our neighbor, and how do we look after them? It gives you the answers straight out. And that's how we finished most of our lesson on last Sunday. This coming Sunday, we'll see you guys at 9:30, and I'm looking forward to having a good weekend here. I hope you all have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.